Okay, welcome to lesson 53, Properties of Rational Numbers, part 1 of Numbers and Operations. So we're going to start to deal with properties. There was an earlier properties video, and some of these properties are going to be the same, but now we're dealing with properties of rational numbers. And so when we add on a new number group, there needs to be some kind of changes to how we understand the properties. So let's jump into it. And you can go back and watch the earlier properties video. Here's our objective. Here's our vocabulary. Our rules and our notes. Okay, so here's a chart of our properties, and these are the 5 properties that we're going to be dealing with today. So what's different about the multiplicative property, inverse property, and multiplicative is just a different way of saying multiplication. It's the adjective form of the word. Is this inverse? We know that to turn A into a rational number, you just divide it by 1. And to invert, or to flip it upside down, you just flip the fraction. And this is what you had to do to divide fractions, is you had to flip the second number upside down. And you can only divide 2 numbers at a time. And if I were to multiply these fractions, we would get A over A. Let me write the A better. And A divided by A is 1. So that's why the inverse property works. So all the other 4 properties, the first 4 are the same, but now we're dealing with the inverse property, which is often the fractions. And so the real number system, we haven't gotten to the real numbers, and this is a little early. I'm sorry I put this one in here. We haven't gotten to those number groups yet, but they will be coming. So we're still dealing with rational numbers, which are fractions and decimals. Because we have seen properties before, there are no examples. I'm just assuming that you're going to flip back to the property and use it. So I'll see you at the end of the video for the recap. Okay, so I'm sorry if I made a bad assumption, and if you're stuck, uh, any number multiplied to itself, it gives you the same number. That's an identity problem. You get the same number. That's identity. negative 246 and times negative 1 over 246. As you can see, these are the upside downs of one another. I'm going to ignore the 308, which gives you 1. Negative times negative is a positive. So this is using the inverse property, not worrying about the 308. And remember, on these ones, I'm not solving the problem. I'm just showing you the properties. So 7/4 times 1 equals 1 times 7/4. So now, what do we have? We had a numbers changing order, and this is the commutative property. Commutative, where the numbers change order. And finally, 1/3 times 2 times 6 is equal to 2 times 1/3 times 6. And you see the numbers, the groupings of the numbers change. So when groups change, they associate differently. And when they associate differently, you're using the associative property. So this is part 1 of properties of numbers. There are some other properties I'm going to introduce you to. And thank you for watching this video. This is part 1. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. Remember, these videos are not designed to be watched as a one video. These videos are designed to be watched in groups. Thank you.